coming in far and wide, filled with team spirit and hometown pride. All fired up from the big pepper rally last night. Hear the marching band playing the fight song. Teams charging the field, ready to get it on. Cheerleaders working up the crowd with all their might. That's what I love about a high school football Friday night.
And it's a high school football Friday night on WTOV9 with the WTOV9 Game of the Week. A high school football Friday night, Ohio playoff style, as Steubenville Big Red hosts the Coshocton Redskins. Hello again, everybody. I'm Don Sloan alongside the coach Rich Walensky. Big Red, the #1 seed in Ohio Division 4, Region 13. They enter this one with a record of 10-0, finishing the regular season last week with a win over Cardinal O'Hara. And Big Red, after a punting on their first possession, scored on its next 5 possessions as they jumped out to a 34-0 lead in that one. Gerald Christian, a big play there defensively. Demetrius Brandon on the ground at 82 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Dwight Macon, another big game. 98 yards passing and a touchdown. And Big Red rolls to that win over O'Hara by a 34-14 final, setting them up for the playoffs tonight. Now, Coshocton, coach, they enter this one with a record of 9-1, closed out the season last week. They run the wing T offense, something that Big Red doesn't see a lot of, but Coshocton, they can even throw the football.
I'll tell you, Coshocton coming in 9-1, Don, and only lost to Dover High School. And you know, running the wing T is it's a very, very deceptive thing. It can confuse you, you know, if you get caught up with all of that crossing of the backs in the backfield. But you know, I look for Big Red to have a strong outing tonight. Defensively, they played well all year, and I think Coshocton is going to have a very, very difficult time running against this Big Red defense.
That win last week, the 700th win in the history of Steubenville Big Red football, and Big Red currently riding a 60-game regular season winning streak. The last time Big Red lost here at Harding Stadium way back in 2001, and that was an opening round playoff game against Columbus DeSales a long time ago, November 2nd, 2001, on a muddy, rainy night here at Harding Stadium. But no mud tonight, beautiful weather. Upper 50s after snow a couple of days ago. Beautiful night for football, and taking it all in on the sideline tonight is Jackie Kane.
Thanks, Don. As you mentioned, it's almost warm out here on this Halloween night, and it's playoff time. You know, I was looking in the crowd here, and I didn't see anybody in Halloween costumes. Everybody is in their red and their black. They are gearing up for a very intense playoff game here tonight. I'll be here on the sidelines all game long bringing you the action, but for now, I'll throw it back to you guys.
And it is Halloween. High school football fans, you're in for a treat tonight on the WTOV9 Game of the Week. Big Red and Coshocton, the kickoff. Up next. The WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week between Coshocton and Steubenville Big Red, brought to you in part by A&B Kia, used car outlet, Belmont Technical College, Weirton Chiropractic and the Wheeling Spine Center, and Wendy's. It's the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week, the only game in town tonight from Harding Stadium in Steubenville. Ohio Division 4, Region 13 opening round matchup, 10-0 Steubenville Big Red playing host to 9-1 Coshocton. Big Red coming off a 34-14 win over Cardinal O'Hara out of Buffalo, New York. Coshocton closed out its regular season with a 52-6 win over Riverview. Coshocton's lone loss at Dover by the count of 53-14. Coshocton in the white with the red helmets. They will get the ball to start things off as Big Red will kick things off tonight at Harding Stadium. Big Red with the red jerseys and the black pants tonight. Brennan Stover has it teed up for the red. Back deep to receive for Coshocton, Cody Samsel. Samsel back there along with Dominique McCluskey. And the Ohio playoffs are underway. And the flag flies, the kickoff going out of bounds, so Coshocton will have good field position to start things off. And the Redskins, their 6th playoff appearance since 2000. They're led by quarterback Seth Nolan. Dominic McCluskey has 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. Number 27, Marcus Johnston, 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns. They have a good fullback in Ian Prisman. Cody Samsel, their leading receiver. He has 8 touchdowns, a 20 yards per catch average. Clay Andrews, the tight end. Jarrett Saylor, Leighton Graves, Jordan Tipton, Kyle Wright, Derek Zerby is your starting offense. The Big Red defense, John Elder, Ryan Dugan, Devo Campbell, Gerald Christian. That's the guys up in the line. Christian, 5 sacks and 4 fumble recoveries. Jesse Burden, Shaquille Pettaway, and Bronco Busick, the linebackers. Busick with 68 tackles, Burden and Pettaway. Burden has 57, Pettaway with 61. The secondary, Jordan Meyer, Brandon Carroll, Patrick Gilbert, and Isaiah Willis. Carroll, a pair of interceptions on the season. So that's a look at the Big Red defense, and they will try it again as Big Red tees it up to kick it off again. And we are underway. Short kick fielded by one of the up men for Coshocton, and that is Alex Hunt. And Hunt with a nice return out to the 43-yard line. Hunt, one of the up men for the Redskins, fielding that kickoff with a nice return. Coshocton Redskins, coach, they run the wing T offense, a lot of misdirection. You need to be disciplined. You're playing defensive end for Big Red tonight. Discipline is the name of the game.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people coming at you from different directions, Don. The inside linebackers are going to be real important. Their keys are going to have to be on the guards, because normally the guards will take you to the ball. But look at this formation. One guy on the right-hand side of the center.
Hand off, Marcus Johnston trying to get to the outside. He's going to lose 2 or 3. Now, he went pretty deep on that. One thing I want you to watch with Coshocton, talking to Reno Sakash yesterday, a lot of double reverse passes. They get into a lot of gimmicks reaching their bag of tricks.
Well, I tell you, it looked like he was looking to pass. Number 12, their wide receiver, was out there. That's Cody Samsel, and trying to get open, but number 17, safety in there, had him well covered.
Man comes in motion down to the bottom. There's the handoff. Dominic McCluskey, big hole across midfield, and he gets the first down on the 44-yard line of Big Red, where he got popped by Dwight Macon.
Yes, he did, but a very, very successful play. Little counter off of the left side. Take a look at it. Here's the guards coming through. Big hole there. And the ends, defensive ends and outside linebackers are going to have to close down very, very well on that off-tackle play. Great hit by Dwight Macon. Not only a good quarterback, but watch this hit from the safety position. Perfect position.
And Macon, a guy doesn't play a lot of defense, has though late in the year. Man in motion top side, they look to put it up. Seth Nolan loops it out there, and the pass incomplete. And they were trying to get it to A.J. Hessen. Second and 10 now.
A.J. was open. They had an odd formation over there. They had 3 receivers set up over there, an empty backfield, and just not able to get it over there between the corner linebacker and the cornerback on that side of the Big Red defense.
Marcus Johnston, the wing down to the bottom. McCluskey, the wing top side. Hand off to the big fullback. Nothing doing. That's Ian Crispin, and Crispin gets stacked up. And they always like to talk about going to the echo of the whistle, and they did just that. Ryan Dugan in there leading the way for Big Red.
That time they're trying to pop the fullback through with a quick trap over the center, and Big Red closed it down very, very well. Was able to take that away from them. It's a loss of a couple, so it'll bring up 3rd and about 12. And in a wing T offense, Don, this is not a down and distance you want to be in.
You want to keep an eye on Samson. Actually, I don't see him out there right now. So Seth Nolan up under center, double handoff. Marcus Johnson trying to get the outside corner. He turns the corner, upfield, he's got the first down to the Big Red 34-yard line. Well, we mentioned that a little bit earlier, Coach. You've got to have contain on this because Big Red crashed down on the end, and there was nobody out there.
I'll tell you, watch number 61 pull. Also, there's a lead block in there by one of the backs. Very elusive runners. You can see Don number 27. That's Marcus Johnson doing a good job getting to the outside and getting the first down.
Seth Nolan, the quarterback, one of those guys along with the fullback Crispin with the lead blocks. This is Marcus Johnson, not much there. Bronco Busick over there for Big Red, along with Devo Campbell.
Bronco Busick filling very, very nicely from his middle linebacker position. Read the play very well, was not fooled by the fullback diving over the right side. Saw those guards pull, was able to fill to his right into the hole, made the tackle for a loss of about 1. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Nolan. Give to the second man through, and that's Johnston. Gain of about a yard will bring up 3rd and 11.
Okay, I really think that Coshocton is going to have some trouble running inside the tackles. They just closed down so well and recognized the play so quickly and able to get to the ball carrier and hold them to minimal yardage. And again, another 3rd and long for Coshocton. They converted the last time, see if they can do it again.
John Elder checks in, defensive end up on that top side. Nolan, quarterback draw. And Big Red blows that thing up. Leading away for Big Red, Jesse Burden and Gerald Christian.
Okay, Big Red not fooled at all on the quarterback draw. They had 3 receivers one way, 2 receivers the other way. Seth Nolan was in the shotgun. A direct snap, quarterback draw, went for nothing. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 9, and it looks like they may go for it.
Now they've got
inside the 40.
They've got Cody Sampson, their big play receiver, split down the bottom. Twins that way. Reverse back the other way. Will they look to put it up? They do. Man is open. The catch is made. Touchdown Coshocton. A.J. Hessen to Marcus Johnston.
Wow, what a play. What a play. Looked like they had it all bottled up. They ran a receiver on a deep crossing route from right to left. Found him wide open. Corner bit up on the fake. Here it is right here. Looks like they have it stopped. I'll tell you what, a nice throw that time by number 23 for Coshocton, doing a great job getting it to the open receiver. That was A.J. Heschen on the pass.
There's another look at it.
They came up and bit on it. Number 27 wide open. That's Marcus Johnson for the score, and the extra point is good for a 7-0 Coshocton lead.
Vapor Jet scoreboard, Coshocton 7, Big Red nothing. We'll be back with more from Harding Stadium after this. And we are back at Harding Stadium, Vapor Jet scoreboard, Coshocton 7, Big Red nothing. Let's head to the sidelines and check in with Jackie Kane.
Thanks, Don. I'm here with a very special person who was kind of honored on the field tonight. This is a former Big Red football player, Dr. Dave Medich. And you said the last time you walked out there, you were a captain, and you walked out there with the captains tonight.
Yeah, I think it was about 1 or 2 years ago. Maybe 32 years ago, I think. Right. That was the last time I was on that S, flipping a coin. That was fun.
And then you went on to play for Ohio State.
I did.
And then when you went to medical school for Ohio State, and you're very instrumental in helping people dealing with cancer now.
Well, colorectal cancer is something that is my, I guess my, academic passion.
And you definitely helped out somebody who's near and dear to our hearts at WTOV9, our general manager, Tim McCoy.
Who, as we spoke earlier, Tim is doing more to bring awareness to the fact that colorectal cancer is preventable than just about anybody I know. you know, it's that personal touch. You know, all of us have somebody, you know, who's been affected with this disease, and it's preventable.
Okay, well, it's nice to welcome you back to the field tonight. Thanks so much for talking with us.
It's great to be here. You know, one bad series, this game's young.
All right, thanks so much,
Yeah,
Dr.
bye-bye.
Dave. Back to you guys.
And thanks a lot, Jackie, Dr. Medich, indeed, Coach, doing a lot of great work. 1st and 10 for Big Red. On the 40, Dwight Macon up under center. They will send Sage Kutry in motion down to the bottom. Now Bain goes in motion, crabbing up to the top side. Macon rolling this way, looking to put it up. He's got time, fires. Hero, is he in? Yes, he is.
Well, they're going to call him in.
Dragging the toes. Anthony Hero down to the 36-yard line. Let's take a look at that starting offense for Steubenville Big Red. There's Macon, your quarterback, Demetrius Brandon, Jordan McIntyre, the running backs, Brandon Carroll, Anthony Piro, your wideouts, Sage Kutry, the leading receiver at tight end, Brian Dugan, Darren Hetherington, Jamie Duvall, Jordan Banks, Mason Campbell, your line. 1st and 10 Big Red at the Coshocton 36. Bain and Kutry come in motion down to the bottom. 2 receivers top side. They're going to run behind Bain and Kutry. Brandon cuts it inside. He gets down to the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, that opening play, they started with play action, did a little motion, and did a good job of getting the open receiver, Piro, open downfield.
Defensively for Coshocton, Seth Nolan, their quarterback. He also plays defensive end. Interesting note there. Gore, Saylor, and Tipton, your line. McCluskey, Shaw, and Lonsiger, your backers. Hunt, Bradford, and Hessen, the secondary. 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. Big Red now in the eye. Man comes in motion down to the bottom. Macon looking. He is pressured, and he will be sacked. Coming up and making the sack, Nick Shaw for Coshocton, and Coshocton backside pressure, Coach.
I'll tell you, number 5 came, and he came very, very quickly. Wasn't fooled by the fake at all. Shaw's the middle linebacker. He coming here, shows good speed. And I'll tell you, you don't see that very often. Dwight Macon getting sacked. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 16 for Big Red at Coshocton's 42-yard line.
Brandon Carroll split top side. Toss down to the bottom. And that is Wiggins, Trey Wiggins on the carry. And he'll get down to the 35-yard line. He'll bring up 4th and about 9.
Well, he's back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 4th down and 9 yards to go. Here it is, just a pitch sweep. Nice job of cutting it to the inside, showing a lot of patience, finding the running lane, turning it upfield for a gain of about 6, so it'll bring up 4th and 10.
Similar situation that Coshocton had, but the same spot in the field when they went for it on 4th down and long and scored their touchdown. So can Big Red duplicate the feat? Trips to the top. Wiggins, your sidecar. Carroll split wide to the bottom. Whistle, and Big Red delay of game, I think, is going to be the call.
Yeah, they were looking at the sideline, waiting for the call to come from the sideline. It was a little slow coming in. By the time they got ready to go,
Dead ball.
back judge called a delay of game penalty against Big Red. So instead of being 4th and 9, it's going to be 4th and about 14.
They'll stay with the same personnel grouping, and they'll have twins to either side. Wiggins is your sidecar. Excellent receiver is Trey Wiggins. I like him on a lot of bubble screens. 4th and 15 on the 41. Macon down, catch is caught, Brandon Carroll, touchdown Big Red.
Wow. I don't know how you can let somebody get that wide open. Number 10, Brandon Carroll, was a receiver on the right side. Had 2 receivers over here. We're going to take a look at it. And he's just running a straight route down the sideline. There isn't any crossing, no combination patterns by the 2 wide receivers. He just ran a streak down the field. Macon delivered the ball right on the money, right there. Breaks the tackle at about the 7, takes it in for the score.
He has 3 white shirts there. And I guess he wasn't in anybody's zone because everybody let him go. Stover's kick is up and good. Just like that, we're all tied up at 7 on the game of the week. Big Red Coshocton, 7-all on the Big Jet scoreboard. And we are back at Harding Stadium, 5:23 to go in the first quarter. Don Sloan, Rich Walensky bringing you the action. Big Red and Coshocton all knotted up at 7 here at Harding Stadium. Both teams scoring on long touchdowns on 4th and long. Coshocton fields the kick. They drop it, pick it back up, and bring it out to the 25-yard line. Jordan Meyer down there on the stop for Big Red. So Coshocton, it's their second offensive possession, but Coach, they score on 4th and long, and they converted a couple 3rd and longs.
Yes, they did, and you know, they did it with some real fine ball handling. You got to give credit where credit is due. Seth Nolan, the quarterback for Coshocton, does a very good job of handling the football. You know, it's a very deceptive offense, the wing tee. There's a lot of motion back there. You know, backs crossing each other, going in different directions. So you got to be real disciplined and not go with all those fakes. And so far, Big Red has done a decent job. There's a flag, so we're going to see what the penalty is going to be right here.
Procedure will be the call against Coshocton, and that will back them up 5 yards, put them in a 1st and 15.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. 1st down.
Officials for this game, the referee is Rick Walton, the umpire is Kevin Jackson, linesman is Joe Cochran, the line judge Jim Blickensdorfer, and the back judge is Joe Vitello.
Redskins with the 1st and 15, ball in the 20. A.J. Hessen splits out to the bottom. And comes in motion this way, taking the hand off Dominic McCluskey. And McCluskey close to 1st down yardage at the 35-yard line. He'll be spotted about a half-yard short.
Ted, that off tackle coming to the right with the fullback going one way and coming back the other way. Here it is right here. You can see 2-3 guys in the hole. One goes unblocked, but 22 McCluskey does a good job breaking a tackle, getting it up near the 1st down mark. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Nolan. Oh, Bronco Busick, ball on the ground. And Big Red's got it. Boone Jackson with the recovery. But you saw it when he's a sophomore against John Glenn a couple of times. Bronco Busick timing the snap. Well, he did it again.
I tell you, so quick. Wasn't fooled at all. He was at the quarterback before he could get to the ball carrier. Here it is right here, and here he is coming. Nobody blocks him. And he is just so quick getting to the ball carrier. There you can see the ball on the ground. Number 11 for Big Red. That's William Jackson making the recovery. Big Red in great position to score right now at about the 25-yard line of Coshocton.
Bain coming in motion. Handoff, Demetrius Brandon, big hole. He picks his way close to a 1st down at the 16-yard line.
Demetrius Brandon runs his play so well. It's just a blast play over the left side. But the blocking on the left side of Big Red's offensive line does a good job. And also number 44 for Big Red, that's Bain, does a good job of getting a kick-out block on that side as well.
2 sidecars this time, Brandon and Wiggins. See the Dwight Macon and company looking over. They're in their hurry-up offense. Hollywood City Center red zone. Macon puts it up out of the backfield. Goodwin, touchdown Big Red.
Unbelievable.
Michael Goodwin, 17-yard touchdown catch from Dwight Macon. And we mentioned earlier about Dover putting up a number of points on Coshocton. Dover likes to throw the football, and they scored 53 right now. Coshocton, trouble defending the pass.
I don't know how they don't have him covered over there. You know, they've got 2 receivers on that side. Goodwin is pretty much uncovered. He's outside of the corner linebacker, number 6, as you can see. And the outside linebacker, Nate Lonsinger, is just, doesn't have enough speed to get over there and cover that inside receiver.
Extra point is no good, so 3:50 to go, first quarter. Big Red leads at 13-7 on your Vapor Jet scoreboard.
Good morning.
Here's a look at head coach Reno Suckosh, and Big Red celebrating the 700th win in the history of the program the other night, and in the final game of the regular season. That's a pretty phenomenal feat. I think I read there were they're only the 3rd team in the state of Ohio, and the 27th national to do that.
They're only behind Massillon and Kent McKinley. Those are 3 pretty storied programs.
So 3:50 to go, first quarter.
Certainly no lack of scoring here in this first quarter, Don. 20 points scored already.
Here is Stover's kick, a short kick, and Coshocton fills it to 28. And they'll return it out to the 34-yard line. Trey Wiggins over there for Big Red, along with Michael Goodwin. And the thing with Coshocton, when you sit and look at that, that was a 2nd and 1 play.
Yeah.
It's not like they were facing a 3rd and long when Houston came up with the hit. It was 2nd and 1. Pitt Notre Dame tomorrow here at WTOV 9. Join that one at 3:30. College football here on WTOV 9. Pitt and Notre Dame.
Don, and 2nd and 1, 2nd and short is a good down to play with. You only have 1 yard to get if you don't get anything done on 2nd down. You can always get it on 3rd down, and that's exactly what Big Red did. They went for that little quick slip screen, and were able to take it in for the score.
1st and 10 on the 34. Motion man, they look to put it up, looking for Saylor. Pass is incomplete on the coverage, Patrick Gilbert. But you mentioned 2nd and 1 and it being a down to play with. Big Red kind of did that defensively because they sent Cusick in there firing.
Right.
If it ends up being a quarterback sneak, bam, he's there. But then again, if they were trying one of these reverse passes that they do, he was in the backfield to blow it up.
Well, I was talking about Big Red 2nd and 1.
No, I'm saying, but I'm relating that to the fact that they did the same thing similarly on defense. 2nd and 10.
Big Red's got 8 people in the box.
There's the handoff. And Johnston gets out to the 39-yard line.
Jesse Burden was there to make the tackle, number 22. We're going to take a look, coming off tackle again. Look at the penetration the Big Red's starting to make now, Don. It's something they weren't doing early in this quarter, but now, you're starting to see those down tackles, defensive ends starting to get more and more penetration. And against the wing T, that's one thing that can really disrupt that offense more than anything else.
3rd and 5 on their own 39-yard line for Coshocton. They put it up. Out of the backfield, Johnston with a catch, and he will have a 1st down out at the 48-yard line.
That's one thing about the wing T offense that you have to be so disciplined defensively because the play action can really hurt you if you come up and you bite on all of those play action fakes. There's a perfect example. They were able to sneak a back out of the backfield into the flat for the 1st down. So Coshocton maintains possession, 1st and 10 at about their own 48-yard line.
A.J. Heston, top side, split all the way out. Johnston, your wing to the near side. He's going to go in motion to the top. Hand off to the fullback, and he gets leveled. And coming down to make that tackle was Jordan Banks.
Initial contact.
Yeah, it's the big fullback. He's the one who gets the lunch bucket yards inside the tackles. And he hasn't got a whole lot so far. That was number 11 coming in. That's William Jackson.
Excuse me.
Gerald Christian, number 49, is lined up over the center.
And he's quick off the ball, is Christian. Look at that. He moved the whole pile back.
He had the center right in the quarterback's lap. The quarterback really didn't have a whole lot of time to throw the ball or a lot of room to throw the ball. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 9.
Watch Christian. He just moves the whole pile back.
Almost a sack right there, as you can see, and they did have number 12 open back there. That's Cody Samsel.
And Christian does have 5 sacks in the season, at least Big Red in sacks.
He's 6 foot, 220 pounds. And he's a load to handle in there. Now they change and bring Devin Campbell over the nose.
Alex Hunt down to the bottom. Nolan rolling, throwing, and complete.
That time they moved Gerald Christian out as a defensive end, brought in Devin Campbell to play over the nose. And if we have this on a replay, you're going to be able to see how well Christian really plays this. He's able to keep outside leverage on the ball, never lets Seth Nolan get to the outside, and forces Seth Nolan to throw the ball while he's running to the sideline. Never really able to get his shoulders squared up. Also a lot of pressure coming from the backside from number 67, John Elder.
So Coshocton will punt it away. Nick Shaw, the punter. And they run a lot of fake punt passes and so forth, but I don't think you'll see them do it here near midfield. Nope, they sure do. Pass is up, and it is incomplete. Boy, Coach, I'm surprised. I mean, Nolan was the up back, but I'm surprised they tried the fake in that situation. Jackie Kane.
Well, Don, you know, normally during a regular season game, the sideline action is much different than it is tonight. If you take a look, there's not many people down here. Usually there's school officials, maybe former Big Red players out here. Normally I can roam up and down the sideline, but because this is a playoff game and a lot's at stake here, there are very strict rules enforced by the state. They're not letting as many people down, and they're being very strict with where we can stand. They don't want anyone to interfere or have any interaction with these players. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Jackie. Dwight Macon in the gun. Brandon is your sidecar. Brandon takes the handoff. Big hole up the middle. Demetrius Brandon. Touchdown, Big Red. 49 yards. Demetrius Brandon.
Well, I tell you, he came through there like a shot. Had everybody spread out. Had 2 backs aligned to the right with a tight end back to the left side. Watch the hole open up in here. Great blocking. Nice job by the right guard. Blocked down on the down tackle, then picked up the linebacker as he was coming into a scrape-off situation. Excellent play, excellent blocking by the offensive left side of that Big Red offense.
And he goes over the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Extra point by Stover. It's up and it's good. So Big Red, they lead it 20-7. 1:26 to go here in the first quarter from Harding Stadium. Just like that, Brandon striking big with a touchdown run. College football tomorrow here on WTOV9. And it's the Mountaineers playing UConn. That is tomorrow at noon. Big East College football, WVU and UConn, and that will be followed by Pitt Notre Dame at 3:30. Mountaineers coming off a big win over Auburn. Right now, the Coshocton defense with no answer for what Big Red's laying on them offensively.
Okay, Big Red always puts you in a position, Don, where you have to defend the run, you have to defend the pass, you got to defend the power run, you got to defend the speed, you got to defend, so many things against Big Red year in and year out, and they really take advantage of all of the weapons that they have.
Short kick fielded by one of the upbacks for Coshocton and not going anywhere. They'll take over on their own 30-yard line. Down 2 touchdowns and go back to another possession. Were you surprised that they ran a fake punt at that point down a touchdown at midfield?
Yes, I was, Don. I thought they should have punted the ball away, made Big Red drive the length of the field. Don't give them a short field. They only had 48 yards to go, and they got it all on one play.
Because when you look at it, they have had 2 touchdowns on a short field.
Yep.
After the fumble forced by Busick,
yeah.
And now that punt. Flags flying everywhere, and I think you may have movement on Coshocton.
Big Red is sending both inside linebackers with the guards pulling and those linebackers coming. Somebody's going to come free.
On the offense, 5 yards from the previous spot, first down.
And that offensive line now is starting to get a little skittish. They don't know where those linebackers are going to be coming from. The outside linebackers can come. The inside linebackers can come. Those down linemen are angling and slanting in different directions and being very, very aggressive against this wing T offense of Coshocton.
Hefson splits over to the side. Nolan up under center. He's going to roll this way and put it up and nearly picked off Brandon Carroll there defensively for Big Red. Carroll, he has a couple of picks on the year and almost had a third one.
I tell you, one thing about Big Red, very, very seldom do they miss a line. They know exactly where they're supposed to be. They're always in position to make a play. And that time, Brandon Carroll did a good job of coming over, trying to flood this area in here to get a pass off of some play action by Coshocton. It's incomplete. So, Big Red doing a good job right now of defending this wing T of Coshocton.
2nd and 15. Double handoff, and that's going nowhere. Making a stop for Big Red, Jordan Meyer and Shaquille Petaway.
Again, a little reverse. Again, nobody is full. Jordan Meyer is there to make the tackle along with Shaquille Petaway. Jordan Meyer normally plays as a free safety, now playing up a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. And that play earlier, Don, as you recall, went for some big yardage. This time it went for nothing. It's going to be 3rd and 14, a down that Coshocton really doesn't want to be in.
Nolan up under center. Crispin, the fullback. They'll fake to him. Toss coming back this way, looking to throw it. A.J. Hefson, and Big Red strings that out nicely, making the tackle, David Anderson.
Okay, David Anderson makes a great open field tackle, but give credit to Gerald Christian. Gerald Christian had great outside leverage on the ball. He wasn't fooled at all. He had good penetration into the offensive backfield and was able to really disrupt that play so much that number 15, David Anderson, was able to make the tackle.
At the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Big Red 20, Coshocton 7. You're watching the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week.
Our economy's teetering, and here's Daryl McGraw wasting the people's money. Watching a few of his buddies get rich with settlement money, while Medicaid says some should go to people in need. Spending millions, putting his name on vans, TV ads, and all those McGraw trinkets. It's gotten so bad they passed a law to try and put a leash on McGraw's lawsuits. Tell McGraw enough. Stop wasting the people's money. Paid for by the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
West Liberty State College is now more affordable than ever for students residing in Belmont and Jefferson counties in Ohio and in Washington and Allegheny counties in Pennsylvania with the new Metro rate. Students residing in these areas receive a significant reduction in tuition and fees, totaling $2,000 per academic year. For more information on the Metro rate, call 866-WEST-LIB or visit our website at westliberty.edu.
Roll Red Roll from your friends who make the dough at Steubenville Bakery, 525 South Street, Steubenville.
Owners Shannon and Adam Peeler and staff of Hairway to Heaven congratulate Steubenville Big Red on their undefeated regular season. Good luck in your quest for the state championship.
Deannable and Company, certified public accountants, would like to congratulate Steubenville Big Red football players, band, cheerleaders, and coaches for a successful season.
When experience matters most, trust Brankovich, Anatakis, Colantonio, and Simon. Fax Law. Tough attorneys leading the way in personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, workers' compensation, and other matters. With fully staffed offices in Weirton, Wheeling, and Chester. Call us today for your free consultation at 1-877-59-TOUGH. Fax Law. Tough attorneys for tough situations.
This election season, we hope you cast your ballot on November 4th.
But there are a few things you should remember as you head out to the polls that'll keep the lines moving.
Bring some form of identification with you with your name and address on it, whether it's a driver's license or a utility bill.
And study the candidates and issues beforehand. And remember, this is a big election year. A lot of people will be voting. Give yourself ample time.
Remember, voting is a privilege, but only if you use it.
We hope you cast your vote on November 4th.
Bay Bridget scoreboard, Big Red 20, Coshocton 7 as we start the second quarter of play. Punting situation for Coshocton, Big Red almost gets it.
Takes a good roll for Coshocton.
Flag on the field.
I didn't see the end of that, Don. It's back there where the punter was, so it may be roughing the kicker. It was 4th and 25. I
turned away. I knew they didn't block. Yeah. Once they didn't block it.
I think they'll still have to make the sticks, though. So 4th and 25, if it's a 15-yard penalty, it's still going to be 4th and 10. They're still going to have to kick it away, but they'll be kicking from a much better vantage point than what they did this time, kicking from about their own 2 or 3 yard line. We'll see what the call by the referee is here.
5-yard penalty running into the kicker. Right. Penalties decline. Penalties decline.
Okay, it wasn't roughing the kicker, it was running into the kicker.
WTOV9 Game of the Week brought to you in part by the Health Plan, Belmont Savings Bank, the Ogden easy-to-use Big Book, and West Liberty State College. It's the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Steubenville Big Red and Coshocton. Big Red leads 20-7, just underway here in the second quarter of play. And Big Red will break the huddle. We'll send Brandon Carroll down to the near side, along with Trey Wiggins, White Macon under center. Both tight ends go in motion top side. They like to run behind those two with Demetrius Brandon. Back comes Dan Bain. Fake to Brandon, Macon. Plenty of time down the middle. Sage Kutry holds it in. Down to the 25-yard line. They'll call it the 28, where they hook up on the big gainer from the 38 to the 28.
We're going to take a look at it here on the Doan replay. There's going to be some play action fake right here, and you can see Sage Kutry, the tight end, is wide open behind the secondary, and you keep wondering, how do they get so open all the time?
And this will be Kutry's 20th catch this season. Also has 8 touchdowns. He had 280 yards coming into the game, so he's well over the 300-yard mark after that catch.
And I'll tell you, he's an excellent receiver.
Demetrius Brandon, a handoff, and that gets stacked up inside. Both he and Bain are outstanding receivers. Bain, a junior, and Kutry, a sophomore. But I think those two are underrated as blockers. Game tracks. 4th down play for Coshocton. 4th and long, first possession. Halfback pass to the touchdown. Big Red answers. White Macon to Brandon Carroll. That tied it at 7. After a big play by Bronco Busick. Macon the good one for a score.
In the middle.
Demetrius Brandon.
Touchdown.
And then Demetrius Brandon breaking loose a long touchdown run, and that's where we stand at 20-7. Macon, plenty of time, fires down the middle. Brandon Carroll to the 9-yard line.
Okay, Brandon Carroll was the wide receiver set that time. Number 9 was the slot receiver, and that's Anthony Pirro. Pirro just ran a deep pattern down the hash mark, and then number 10, Brandon Carroll, ran a deep crossing route underneath him and was wide open in the middle of the field for a big gain down to about the 9-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Big Red at the 9.
High set. Bronco Busick dotting that I now. And this is Busick up the middle. And he gets down inside the 5. And you're not going to see real big, gaudy rushing numbers for Bronco Busick. But he's the short yardage back, and he gets all these tough yards down in the Hollywood City Center red zone.
And you know, since last year when he was running at that position a little bit, Don, as a junior, you know, he's grown more and more into that position, and you know, he's so strong running inside the tackles and off tackle that you know, he's just a load to stop because of his aggressive attitude and his willingness not to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Toss, Busick, touchdown Big Red. Bronco Busick takes it in from 4 yards out. Big Red puts another touchdown on the board.
I tell you, there's a flag on the play, and I think this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Big Red. And we'll have to see if it's dead ball or while the play was in motion here.
That's
a dead ball.
Personal foul on the offense. The penalty be from the 3-yard line. PAT will be assessed from the 18-yard line.
There you have the explanation.
Well, it's going to cost Big Red 15 yards on the extra point, so instead of the ball being placed at the 3-yard line, it'll be placed at the 18-yard line. Brendan Stover will be kicking that 7 yards back from the 25, so this becomes a 35-yard extra point.
A personal foul, backing them up. Anderson will hold it. Snap placement, kick is no good.
I think it hits a crossbar.
9:22 to go in the half. Vapor Jet scoreboard. Big Red 26, Coshocton 7.
I'm Lisa, and I'm asking for your help. I'm a single mom who currently works at the DHL Air Park. My job will be lost when they close. The only hope I have is that Issue 6 passes. I don't gamble, but I do need one of the 10,000 jobs that Issue 6 will create. Argosy casinos are spending millions telling me to vote no so they can keep jobs in Indiana. Let's bring those jobs home to Ohio. Vote yes on 6 and give me a chance at one of those jobs.
When people ask, why should we buy from Ohio Valley Honda, the answer is simple. We go above and beyond our customers' expectations, and we have some of the most fuel-efficient vehicles in the world.
Special APR programs are going on now at Ohio Valley Honda. Check out this 0.9% APR up to 36 months on 2008 Odysseys and Ridgelines, or 1.9% APR on 08 CRVs and Elements, and on 08 and 09 Accord.
Visit us in our showroom or online at ohiovalleyhonda.com.
With First Choice America's home equity line, get this great introductory rate. Then pay as low as this for renovations, college, that vacation you need. Stop by and ask about our special introductory rate today. First Choice America, just like a bank, only better.
It's 3 a.m. You're sleeping. So is your spouse and your children. Who's protecting your family? Who do you trust to pick up the phone and make a call for help when you need them? Lotimus Security. Lotimus is the only locally monitored alarm company in the Ohio Valley, working around the clock for you so you don't have to worry. Rest soundly for less than $1 a day. This message endorsed by customers of Lotimus Security. Come out to A&B Kia Used Car Outlet on Saturday, November 1st between 10 and 4 p.m. for the American Red Cross Blood Drive, and everyone who donates blood will be registered to win a $1,000 gas card. Brought to you by A&B Kia Used Car Outlet in Bel Air, the American Red Cross, and WTOV9.
In a 500-channel world, there's only one television station that stands out. WTOV9 is the station that has everything you want to watch. News 9, NBC Nightly News, The Today Show, Super Bowl 43, Sports Friday, Sports Sunday, the WTOV9 Game of the Week, Sunday Night Football. Live with Regis and Kelly, Ellen, Dr. Phil, Oprah, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Meet the Press, Saturday Night Live, ER, My Name is Earl, The Office, America's Got Talent, The Biggest Loser. WTOV9, we are television for the Ohio Valley.
Vapor Jet scoreboard, Big Red 26, Coshocton 7. And here's Big Red with the kickoff. Coshocton back at the 5. And they bring it out to the 21-yard line. The Wheeling Nailers off to a great start. They lead the ECHL North Division with a record of 4-0-1. Not too late to get your season tickets. Just call 1-877-NAIL-TICKS. Wheeling Nailers hockey from West Banco Arena in Wheeling. And we've got 3 games on our TV schedule this season. The first one coming up in mid-December. Wheeling Nailers leading the ECHL North unbeaten to start the year. Our theme song, Football Friday Night, performed by the Joe Zellick Band and its new CD, Glad to Be Alive. It's now available at area Walmarts on iTunes. Or on iTunes. So Joe Zellick, and there's our song.
I like that pepper rally.
Hear the marching band playing the fight song. Teams charging the field, ready to get it on. Cheerleaders working up the crowd.
Joe, an Ohio Valley guy, a Buckeye local guy, has now moved to Nashville, and he had the video. Our high school football Friday night video is up, I think it's among, 60 or 80 videos on CMT that you can vote for. There are 64 videos, and you can log on to cmt.com and vote. And I think the winner gets a recording deal or some situation. But our song was one. It picked out of thousands of entries for the final 64. And you can help Joe Zellick log on to cmt.com and vote for Football Friday Night for the top video. Handoff, top side. Not a whole lot doing. Big Red, nice job defensively, and if you're going to get them on stuff, it's the first couple possessions because they make adjustments so well defensively.
Yeah, and Jordan Meyer, like I said, number 12, normally a free safety, is playing up near the line of scrimmage. That time, the play coming right at him, he was able to just take on the lead blocker, clog up the hole, and let number 23, his corner linebacker on that side, Shaquille Pettyway, make the tackle.
Man in motion, pressure up the middle from Busick, pass is caught, first down, they get it to Cody Sampson. This game, at the initial startup, the initial rush, felt a lot like the Wheeling Central game because that's what Wheeling Central did. They broke loose on a long run and ended up scoring a touchdown and taking the early lead. And Big Red scored, and when Coshocton had that 2nd and 1, you kind of felt a similar type game. But I'll tell you what, that Wheeling Central game, it went back and forth for a while. But right now, Big Red is just slamming the door on Coshocton. Nice run to the near side by Marcus Johnston.
And I'll tell you, just some missed tackles that time, but pretty good pursuit by the Big Red defense again. But I'll tell you, a nice run by number 27, Marcus Johnson for Coshocton, coming out here. Here you can see it on a reverse. He's got the fullback and a lineman coming up in front of him, and does a good job of breaking 2 tackles right there before he's brought down by number 43, Bronco Busick. It's a gain of about 7. Will bring up 2nd and 3.
Frischman, the fullback, lined up behind Seth Nolan, double wings. Going topsides, McCluskey, ball on the ground.
There's no flags, so. It's a mistake on the the center quarterback exchange that time. And that's really upsetting to the coaching staff when a mistake like that is made. You know, where you had a second and 3, you now have a third and about 5. And it looked like Seth Nolan just wasn't ready for the snap that time.
And as you pointed out, you'll see no timeout Coshocton. But once again, they had Meyer up on that defensive end spot, taking advantage of his quickness. Timeout on the field by Coshocton. 6:52 to go in the half. Big Red leading it by the count of 26-7. There you see the fans, good turnout tonight. Always a goal for Big Red. They want to make the playoffs, but they want to lock up Harding Stadium after a playoff game. They always want to get that home opening round playoff game if they can, and they did just that. Big Red and Coshocton. The winner of this game moves on in the second round to face the winner of Youngstown Cardinal Mooney and Cleveland Cuyahoga Christian. Here's the regular season for Big Red, opening here at Harding with a win over Indian Creek and then Puchtel. Then it was over East Liverpool, Buffalo St. Joe's, Beaver Local on the road, Columbus Watterson, a 14-0 win on the road. Wheeling Park win here, 41-7 at Poland, 39-20. And Wheeling Central and Cardinal O'Hara as they stand at 10-0. Illegal procedure, the penalty against Coshocton.
The wheels are starting to come off this Coshocton offense, and two penalties in a row, but
on the offense,
a fumble on the center quarterback exchange, and now a penalty, and really hurting them. They had 3rd and 3, Don, and now they have 3rd and 9. Now Big Red, switching personnel a little bit. Jordan Meyer now back playing as a safety. Number 15 coming in. That's David Anderson playing as another defensive back.
Busey trying to time this thing up again. Little quick pass to Samsel. And he'll be out near the sticks, but just short. Patrick Gilbert with the tackle for Big Red.
Good job by Patrick Gilbert. Very, very quickly on the receiver. Where you have a one-on-one situation like that in space, you want your wideout, number 12, Cody Samsel, to make a play, and he almost did, but very, very good defense by number 5, Patrick Gilbert. I tell you, the ball's at the 44-yard line. It's 4th and 1, and it looks like Coshocton is going to go for it, unless they run out of time right here.
Redskins break the huddle.
And Coshocton is using their last timeout with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Well, they needed it to, or they were going to have a 5-yard penalty for delay of game.
Yep.
News 9 will be everywhere on election night. Our team will be covering 15 counties and the national races. Turn to News 9 and WTOV9.com for live, up-to-the-minute vote tallies and reactions all evening long. You can count on News 9 and WTOV9.com on election night. No high school football chat this Tuesday night on WTOV9.com because of it being election night. John McCain, Republican presidential candidate, was in Steubenville today, spoke at a downtown noon rally on the Jefferson County Courthouse steps. There's a look at head coach Reno Sakash. So 4th and 1, and do you try a quarterback sneak? They've had no luck with their fullback Chrisman. 4th and a yard. There's the first down, Johnston. And Johnston, can he outrun Gilbert? Nothing, no. Brought down at the 12-yard line, and Shaquille Petaway are running them down.
Tell you, nice job by the right side of the Coshocton line. And you know, you go with the play that you're most comfortable with, the one that you run the best, and this is the one that they've run the best all night. They got linemen out there in front of him, you know, getting some blocks. Johnson does a good job. You can see number 5, Patrick Gilbert, has a pretty good angle on him, but Shaquille Petaway is able to get an ankle from behind, and it takes it down to about the 11-yard line.
That's one of those replays you want to save, because Petaway, you wouldn't believe the job he did to get there.
Yep.
There's the run. The shot that we had to start on that, you could see Petaway lined up in his outside linebacker spot on the opposite side. He scraped across and then pursued all the way down the far sideline. Well, I tell you what, that play for Shaquille Petaway, if you want to show his hustle and heart, boy, that's one to show a coach.
Yeah, he did a great job. There's no question about that.
He's still a bit winded now. You can see him taking a deep breath. But talking about a guy who the play was going completely and you were out of it, and he ended up making the play. Hand off McCluskey, turns it up, not much there to the 4. Let's take a look. Now watch number 23. It's Shaquille Petaway. There he is. Right part of the screen. You see him start to move. There's the handoff. Now watch Petaway.
I tell you, he's got a bad angle. He gets caught up in traffic a little bit. But I tell you, he doesn't give up on it. He's got him, and he makes a great tackle in the open field. And you know, just a real good example of Big Red hustle. You know, getting to the ball carrier.
And you figure he might have got caught up in all that traffic and everything going on. 3rd and 3. Quarterback keeps it rolling top side, unloads, touchdown to Coshocton. Samsel with the catch.
That was number 6
Nate
with the catch.
Lonsinger.
Nate Lonsinger on the catch. Got position on the defensive back on that side, David Anderson, number 15. And here you can see Seth Nolan rolling to the right. Doesn't look like he has anybody open, but good position. And he delivers the ball in a place where only his receiver can get it. Good job by Seth Nolan, and also by number 6, Nate Lonsinger.
Brody Philobom on to attempt the extra point, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 26-14, Coshocton puts the touchdown on the board. We'll take a timeout, be back with more from Harding Stadium after this. And we are back at Harding Stadium. VaporJet scoreboard. It is Big Red leading Coshocton by a count of 26-14. And Coach, that was a touchdown that Coshocton had if they want to remain in this thing. Now, kind of like that Wheeling Central game when Big Red struck at the end of the half and the beginning of the second half. Big Red gets the ball to start the second half. So Coshocton's got to come up with something here defensively. Nice return for the Red out to the 41-yard line. Caleb Westlake.
I tell you, Big Red has really good field position right here. I don't know if Coshocton's kicking the ball like that on purpose, you know, trying to squib kick it along the ground. But you know, when you start your series after a kickoff on your own 40-yard line, you're in pretty good shape. You know, you can open the playbook and run almost anything.
First and 10, Big Red on its own 40-yard line. Wiggins and Brandon, your running backs. Brandon going over the 1,000-yard mark tonight for the season. Macon's going to keep it. And fights his way to the 43-yard line, a hard-fought 3-yard gain.
Well, I tell you, it looked like that was going to go for more than 3 yards. It looked like Dwight Macon was going to be able to turn it up and get upfield, but you know, pretty good job by the defensive secondary that time, especially the safety who came up from you know, inside out to force that to the outside and force it out to a cornerback who was in coverage out here and was able to make the tackle for a very short gain of 3.
Second and 7, Big Red on its own 43. Features Brandon Huge all up the middle. And he spins the first down and more to the 44-yard line of Coshocton.
Watch the lead block by the fullback. What a great job by number 44. That's Bain, who was lined up as a fullback that time. And good blocking by that offensive line. I can't say enough about those guys. Jordan Banks, Jamie Duvall, Ryan Dugan, Darren Hetherington, Mason Campbell.
1st and 10 at the 44. Macon steps away from pressure, unloads it. Sage Kutry, and Kutry gets level. Passes it, should be incomplete.
Yeah, he may have recovered the ball.
No, Kutry got it.
Tell you, Coshocton just stood around. They weren't looking. You know, they didn't think it was a fumble. They thought it was going to be an incomplete pass. Kutry got up and made the recovery.
Boy, the junior tight end took a lick. Let's take another look at it.
Here it is, and Macon gets out here on the perimeter where he can see, and you can see Kutry is running a deep crossing pattern. There goes the ball, and number 5 is just looking at it. Oh,
my goodness.
And Kutry hustles and recovers the ball inside the 1-yard line.
Big Red hurries up and gets on the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play. Took the
I'll
hand
tell
off.
you, that was thrown by somebody behind the defense. So,
but that was definitely a catch. I mean.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that. But this penalty may be against Big Red. We'll let them sort it out here.
Big Red in the Hollywood City Center red zone.
That call came from the back judge, not the umpire. So we're going to see what the call is going to be here.
Dead ball, 5-yard face mask on the defense. That penalty will be assessed half the distance from the succeeding spot to be the 3-yard line. We have dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense, dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the defense. We're going to offset.
He said the previous spot was the 3-yard line and half the distance penalty. Now they're calling it a touchdown.
So Bronco Busick takes the touchdown.
I'm sorry, Don. The half the distance penalty will be assessed on the extra point. And I think Big Red will go for 2. But what a great play by Sage Kutry that time. Made a good catch, took a hard hit, fumbled the ball, and then hustled to recover the ball before anybody from Coshocton could get on it. Big Red just hustling all over the field, offensively, defensively, and it looks like Big Red's going to take a timeout here to see if they can get things sorted out and make sure everybody's on the right page for this 2-point conversion.
Let's take a look at the touchdown from Bronco Busick.
You saw the linebacker coming in there and they met head on, but Busick got into the end zone before he was pulled back into the field of play, so it definitely was a touchdown. We don't know what other extracurricular activity was going on there that led to the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on both teams.
Oh, I know this drive hasn't taken long. What, they get the ball with a little over 4 minutes to go and a half.
Well, 3 plays.
Big 22, who you should watch out for during the high school football season. Cast your vote at WTOV9.com. The health plan Big 22. And we will have our banquet in December at Wheeling Island. Cast your vote for the Big 22 Health Plan Ohio Valley Player of the Year. So Big Red will go for 2.
Gerald Christian lined up at the fullback position. Now they're going to take another timeout.
They'll stay out there, but they'll be running out of time.
Number 24, Jordan McIntyre, set at on the wing.
He goes in motion. Handoff. Music. 2-point conversion's good. 34-14. Big Red now with a 20-point lead with 3:20 to go in the half.
Here it is from ground level, and you can see that he blows in there. He just runs over everybody. He ran over one of his own guys, number 55, Ryan Dugan. But Dugan had his defender about 3-4 yards into the end zone off the line of scrimmage.
Vapor Jet scoreboard. Big Red leading it 34-14. This Sunday, starting at noon, News 9's Eric Miner will interview 8 of the candidates and their opponents on our News 9 special program, One-on-One with Eric Miner. The shows include West Virginia Governor Joe Manchin and his opponent, Russ Weeks, West Virginia Senator Jay Rockefeller and his opponent, Jay Wolf, Ohio Congressman Zach Space and his opponent, Fred Daly, and Ohio Congressman Charlie Wilson and his opponent, Richard Stobbs. Tune in Sunday from noon until 2 for One-on-One with Eric Miner. Here's the kick. Samsel to the 10. Falls the wedge and
fumbles the ball.
Fumbles it and
they may call it down.
Jesse Burden up with the tackle for the Red.
Well, his Big Red special teams are down there in such a big hurry. They take on the wedge and then close from the sides to make the tackle.
This Sunday, the guys of Sunday Night Football back on the road in Indianapolis for the Patriots and the Colts. Sunday night at 8:15, Football Night in America. Kicks things off at 7, followed by Sunday Night Football. Here's a preview.
One thing is not open to debate.
Sunday night is football night.
Peyton Manning needs your support against the Patriots' offensive campaign. Sunday night only on NBC. This matchup has been approved by Sunday Night Football.
And Boo Jackson with a tackle, loss of a yard.
That's been a play, Don, that's been so good for Coshocton, is that power off tackle play coming to the right side. At that time, number 11 for Big Red, William Jackson, was there in really good shape, was able to keep outside leverage on the ball and make the tackle. Coshocton doesn't seem like they're in any hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. They're down by 20 points. They've got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the half. See what they can do with it.
2nd and 11. They run it inside and Petaway. Jesse Burden is in there for Big Red.
And Shaquille Petaway was on the bottom of that.
And the thing is, what Petaway had done, he turned things up inside. Burden made the tackle and he slid over to help things out.
Big Red calling timeout, trying to stop the clock. They probably want to try to get the ball for another series, see if they can get another score before the half. And there's plenty of time. It's 3rd and 8 for Coshocton with 2:25 left to go. And Coshocton has not been real successful on 3rd down so far. Big Red still has 1 timeout left. Coshocton has already used all of theirs.
The Ohio playoffs underway. The West Virginia playoffs kick off in a couple of weeks. The Playoff Watch with the Ohio Valley Sports Dr. John Simonson. You can check that out on WTOV9.com. On WTOV9.com, you can check out the Playoff Watch by John Simonson. You can also hear it Sunday night on Sports Sunday, as well as on Sports Friday. At the end of Sports Friday, each and every Friday night, John has how that night's games affect the playoff ratings, which he brings out on Sunday night. The playoff watch, John Simonson. Log on to WTOV9.com, and Bronco Busick. Stat book will show an incomplete pass, but it was incomplete because Bronco was flying in there on the quarterback.
And I'll tell you, pretty good coverage out there also by Big Red. I don't know if we had that on the replay or not, but going to their big receiver, Cody Samsel, and was under a lot of pressure and just wasn't able to deliver the ball for a completion. It's going to force Claymont into a punting situation.
Well, last time that they punted, last time Coshocton punted, Big Red almost got it, so we'll see what happens here. Tell you what, there's some speed with Meyer and company. Up, they're not coming. Well, they had a lot of speed on this edge. Bad punt.
Shank one. It's going to be on Claymont's side of the 50 with 2:14 left to go. That's plenty of time for Big Red. Got a short field, and we'll see what they can do with it and how quickly they can do it.
Watch Mountaineer Magazine, WTOV9 every Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. Tune in, get all the latest news from your West Virginia Mountaineers. If you want to see highlights from last week's game, stay up late on Tuesdays. Mountaineer Replay airs at 2:05 a.m. on Tuesdays. 2:14 to go in the half. Make it in the gun. Demetrius Brandon is your sidecar. Wiggins goes in motion down to the bottom. Macon rolling that way. Pressured, and he runs into some trouble. He's still going. Macon unloads it to Bain. And he gets to the 40-yard line, and wow, that's a 6-yard play that took forever.
I tell you, they're in a hurry-up offense now. Great escapability demonstrated that time by Dwight Macon. You know, he was hit a couple of times, was able to break away, finally found his receiver open here in the right flat for a gain of about 7, so it'll bring up 2nd and 3, but the clock is still running with 1:40 left to go.
Trip stop side. Brandon, your sidecar next to Macon. Macon, straight drop. He's going to step up. Looking.
Okay, he's got...
And it is caught! Brandon Carroll at the 5-yard line. What a play for Big Red. And that went through the fingertips of a Coshocton defender and had interception written all over it. But Carroll keeps his eyes on it, pulls it in. What a play for Dwight Macon. But the thing, Coach, with Dwight the whole time, shoulder square, head looking downfield. When somebody got open, look at this. He's ready to throw it.
And I'll tell you, Carroll was open for a long, long time. This ball is just underthrown a little bit. And right through the defender's hands, right into the hands of number 10, Brandon Carroll.
Toss, Demetrius Brandon trying to get to the corner. He's going to get brought down at the 8-yard line. And
that's a nice
Coshocton,
play.
That's Nick Shaw, the senior, with the tackle for the Redskins.
Showed a little bit of speed getting to the speedy Big Red runner that time, and was able to throw him for actually a loss. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal at about the 8-yard line. So it's a loss of about 2. We're under a minute left to go. Big Red still has 1 timeout left.
I set. Macon gonna roll.
There he is.
Got his man.
He's not going to call him in. Nope. He's going to call him down at about the 1-yard line.
Jordan Mcintyre, the catch out of the backfield. You see it down at the 1.
And Big Red's going to take their last timeout, and they'll have a 3rd and goal at about the 1-yard line. This is Macon right here on the play action. You can see his shoulders are square. Nice route that time by number 24 coming out of the backfield. That's Jordan Mcintyre. But a nice open field tackle. And that's a good call by the official because his knee was down before he was able to get the ball across the plane of the goal line. And we'll see what Big Red comes up with here. I'm sure that, you know, they're going to have 2 plays ready, Don. This is 3rd down. If they don't make it on 3rd down, they'll definitely go for it on 4th down.
So 30 seconds.
Well,
go
let's
here
see.
in half.
They have Gerald Christian, 6', 220 at fullback. Number 43, Bronco Busick, 5'10", 190 at tailback. And they have number 24, Jordan McIntyre, that will be set as the wing. And we'll see where the ball goes and who it goes to.
There's McIntyre, the motion man. Making, gonna roll. He's got his man, Dan Bain. Touchdown, Big Red.
Okay, they scored on the blast play to the left side the last time. This time they fake it. They bootleg Macon to the right. And Bain is wide open for the touchdown. Nice play called by Mike Haney.
Wide open.
I tell you, this is the guy that makes it work because he's able to escape that first defender from Coshocton, the defensive end.
Not one white jersey.
Yep. Well, that's what that big bruising tailback will do when you're down there on a goal line.
Extra point's good. 41-14 now your count with 26 seconds to go in the half.
Macon is just such a good ball handler. Great vision, has a great feel for the game. It just makes this team go.
I tell you what, the 2 junior tight ends this year have really been impressive in Bain and Kutry. And Bain, that's his 3rd touchdown of the year. Kutry entered the night with 8 touchdowns.
A lot of substitutions being made on this kickoff coverage team. Getting some of their starters out, getting some of the backup people in to give their starters a little blow before the half ends.
Coshocton, 2 return men back on the 10 as Brennan Stover gets set to kick it off. Little squib kick. Joby Henry out to the 40, and he is brought down by Michael Goodwin.
18.5 seconds left to go. The ball will be at Coshocton's approximately 36, 37 yard line.
Return 13 yards. Will be 42 of the Redskins, 1st and 10.
See what Coshocton does. Seth Nolan coming out, quarterback for Coshocton, has done a good job so far in this first half. Hasn't had a whole lot of time to throw, and you know, hasn't had a lot of wide open receivers. But he's done a pretty good job.
Nolan.
It's the fullback.
And off to Chrisman.
And I think that's about the 3rd time he's touched the ball here in the first half. And that's going to bring the first half to a close, Don.
And that'll do it for the first half. Teams get set to head to the locker room. Big Red with a 41-14 lead on your VaporJet scoreboard. And we head to the sidelines and check in with Jackie Kane.
Hey, keep them away from line.
I'm here now with Coach Reno Suckoch. Coach, Big Red seems to be very much in control of their destiny tonight. What do you want to see from your team in the second half?
Well, I'd like to see us play a little bit better on the little things. You know, we're doing big things okay, but football comes down to little things, blocking and tackling. We're not tackling very well, and we're missing a little bit on our pass blocking. But we'll fix that at halftime. We'll come out and do a better job in the second half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Head off to the locker room. Back to you guys.
And thanks a lot, Jackie. VaporJet scoreboard, Big Red 41, Coshocton 14, your halftime score. We'll be back after this. WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week brought to you in part by Ohio Valley Honda, Trinity Health System, National City Bank, Belmont Harrison Career Center, and Consol Energy. Your halftime score, Big Red leading Coshocton 41-14. Game tracks Coshocton, 4th down pass play. Touchdown. They lead at 7-0. Big Red answers. Dwight Macon to Brandon Carroll, 41 yards. And Bronco Busick, the big stick, fumble recovery that sets up a Macon to Goodwin pass. Then it's Demetrius Brandon. Touchdown run, 49 yards out, makes it 20-7 Big Red. Coshocton answers with a touchdown pass to make it 26-14. Bronco Busick a 1-yard run, 34-14. White Macon to Dan Bain, touchdown. That's where we're at, 41-14 at the half. Your thoughts, Coach?
Well, Chad, it's been a dominating first half by Big Red's offense and defense after that first series that Coshocton ran. Once Big Red got used to that wing T offense, you know, they've just played very, very well defensively and offensively. They've been hitting on all cylinders. They only had 22 plays in the first half, but they gained 305 yards on 22 plays. So, you know, they've been doing just an outstanding job offensively. Passing, Macon is 10 for 10, 222 yards, Don. So,
repeat that.
10 for 10, 222 yards. That's 22.2 yards per completion.
And there is the kickoff. We're underway in the second half. Patrick Gilbert out to the 39-yard line.
Nice open field tackle by number 26 for Coshocton, J.J. McKay. Came from Patrick Gilbert's left, made the tackle at about the 34-yard line. So Big Red will take over their 1st and 10 on their first offensive series of the second half.
Very impressive first half offensively for the Big Red. And Wiggins on the reverse gets thrown for a loss back to the 25-yard line.
That wasn't a very auspicious start for the second half, beginning with about a 9-yard loss. We'll call it an 8-yard loss on first down, so it'll bring up 2nd and 18. Big Red trying to run a reverse with one of their wide receivers set to the left, but Coshocton defended it very, very well, and number 22, corner linebacker Don McCluskey, was able to make the tackle.
2nd and 18. Macon unloads it. Anthony Tiro. He's got the first down. And the ball will be spotted at the 44, and if it's not, it should be.
Yeah, a real nice pattern that time by Big Red. They flooded that area with 3 receivers. They had number 10.
They're not giving him the
Brandon
first.
Carroll going deep, and then Piro coming at a medium depth. And you can see him right here. He had to get the catch, and then there was a receiver in the flat.
Wow, he had to get to the 44, and he got to the 44 3/4. And it's spotted at the 43, so 3rd and a yard. I set.
That's a call by the head linesman, so somebody evidently lined up in a neutral zone. And that's going to be called against Coshocton, it looks like.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
That's what it is.
In the previous spot.
That'll give Big Red the first down.
Dwight Macon does such a good job on play action and then bootlegging, you know, either right or left. You know, he's such a smooth ball handler and a very, very good runner, has great vision and great patience waiting for his receivers to come open.
Carroll and Piro down to the bottom. Brandon, the sidecar next to Dwight Macon. Macon down the middle, wide open, Danny Bain. Touchdown, Big Red, 52 yards.
They had 2 receivers set this way. They were set into the backfield, so that made them backs, and that made number 44, Bain, a eligible receiver. And there you can see him going straight down the middle of the field, Safety was removed out of the middle of the field, and it was wide open. Nice throw, good catch, but Danny Bainey takes it the distance for the score.
There's another look at wide open, right down the middle. And with that extra point converted by Stover, Big Red has its largest offensive output of the season. 48-14, the most points Big Red has put on the board this year. Let's head to the sidelines to Jackie Kane.
Thanks, Don. I'm here with the Steubenville Big Red cheerleaders, and they're doing a great job cheering on their team in this playoff game. How exciting is this for you to be dominating during the playoff?
Very exciting.
Yeah, and I know these girls are getting excited. They have a big event in school tomorrow. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's the Sadie Hawkins dance sponsored by the Key Club, and the girl has to ask the boy, and it's country attire.
All right, well, have fun at that tomorrow, and take us out with a cheer.
Whose house? Our house. Let's get red. Whose house? Our house. Let's get red. Whose house? Our house. Let's get red. Whose house? Our house. Let's
The Sadie Hawkins dance. You've been to a couple Sadie Hawkins dances.
Never been to one. That's before, when I was brought up, that's before Sadie was born.
Oh, now we were at a nice event, the crew and I, before the game, and you were a late arrival, so you weren't there. We had dinner over across the way. Kickoff hits one of the up men for Coshocton, and you guys in the truck can tell me what exactly it was for. But it was for the Steubenville Big Red Close-Up program, a trip to Washington, D.C., and we had pasta, and we had salad, and all kinds of cakes and goodies and punch, and it was a real nice
And who sprung
situation.
for this event? Who sprung for this event?
This was a company pregame meal.
Very good. That's wonderful.
You didn't see any mold fly out of my pocket. So no, it was a great event, and I wish the best of luck with them with that fundraiser.
No, I'll tell you, that's a great trip. You know, the close-up trip for high school kids is a great experience for them.
Quick pass, excellent defensive play, and that thing is batted down by Petaway. And I'm telling you what, Shaquille Petaway, he's a sophomore and has really opened eyes this season. This kid's having a heck of a year.
I'll tell you, did a good job. You know, couldn't get to the quarterback, so the next best thing, your coaches tell you, if you can't get there, get your hands up, try to knock it down. That's exactly what he did.
I mean, when you look at the job the 200 class of linebackers have, just up there tackle for tackle with Bronco Busick stat-wise, they're doing a heck of a job.
Yep.
Here comes Busick. He doesn't get there. Coshocton to the outside. And coming up and making the tackle, Brandon Carroll tripped up the runner for Coshocton. That was Don McCluskey on the carry.
That's been such a good play for them all night. You know, they run it really, really well. They're able to log in, you know, the defender on the end line of scrimmage, and end of the line of scrimmage, and you know, block everybody inside, and then he finds the opening. Here it comes the other way. Not this time. Good job by Bronco Busick coming from his middle linebacker position. He'll be on the bottom of that pile, along with number 49, Gerald Christian, who's having a big night as well.
That was on 3rd and 2. Here's an ISO on Bronco Busick.
Here he comes. You can see that he gets through the line without, you know, having contact with any offensive lineman, and gets there clean, is able to make the tackle. And that's not faulting the offensive lineman. That's just a good job by Busick.
Nolan, pressured by Meyer, unloads, incomplete. Jordan Meyer, I didn't see where he was lined up, but he blitzed and was right in the face of the quarterback. We will take a break. 9:31 to go, third quarter. Vapor Jet scoreboard, 48-14 Big Red, and as they say, Big Red's rolling. Big Red, 1st and 10 at the Coshocton 49. They'll line up in an I. Demetrius Brandon, your tailback. Dan Bain, your fullback. Brandon, nice seam up the middle. Brandon, first down and more to the 32.
Again, a nice lead block by number 44. Dan Bain takes on the linebacker on that side, and I'll tell you, number 28, Demetrius Brandon, does such a good job of running off of his block. Watch it right here. Good block right here, and an excellent job by the offensive line. Brandon sees the opening, makes a little move, and is in the secondary.
Hand off. Gerald Christian, first down.
Well, he's a load. Gerald Christian, 6 foot, 220 pound senior, fullback end, a defensive lineman, defensive end, nose man. He plays everywhere along that line of scrimmage. Does a good job getting upfield inside the 20-yard line at about the 17. Would be 1st and 10 from there for Big Red. Yeah, this Coshocton defense starting to get worn down now.
David Anderson splits out top side. Sage Kutcher comes off the line. He'll grab in motion down to the bottom. Demetrius Brandon. He gets down the lever. Oh, he's still going. Brandon bounces outside. Touchdown, Big Red. 18-yard touchdown run by Demetrius Brandon.
I tell you, you may want to consider that as one of your electrifying plays of the game. Tell you, what a great job. It looked like he was stopped. Look at the offensive line. What a push they're getting on those white jerseys. Demetrius Brandon gets in there, and all of that fluff that you can see right there. He retreats a little bit, makes a spin move. Now he's turns on the jets to the outside, and he is gone for the score. What a great effort by Demetrius Brandon.
There's another look at it, and I think the Coshocton defense thought this thing was over. He stopped and keeps the legs driving, spins, pulls his leg free, and out races everybody to the corner. Extra point is up, and it is good. 55-14. Big Red in command on the Vapor Jet scoreboard. Jackie Kane on the Big Red sideline.
I'm down here on the sideline with some former Big Red stars, Jeremy Presley, Maurice Bogart, and Sam Busick. What's it like to be on the sidelines and watching the team do so well? You want to be out there?
Oh yeah, it's good. It's always good to come back and see them play, but you know, we always wish we could still be playing.
Yeah, and I know you have a heartbreaking story. When the team was in States, when you were playing, you had a pretty big injury. Tell us about it.
Well, I went down in the 3rd quarter. I broke my leg. I mean, it was a wrong place at the wrong time, really, for me. I just made a bad tackle.
But you're all healed up now, and you're playing football for West Liberty. That's good to hear. It's nice to catch up with you guys. You enjoying the game?
Oh, most definitely. You know, it's always good to come out here and see Big Red play. I mean, look at it. The atmosphere speaks for itself.
All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. We'll throw it back to you, Don.
Jackie.
Good.
Jackie.
Yes.
Ask Mo Reese Bogart about the OVAC game-winning touchdown.
I'm supposed to ask you about the OVAC winning touchdown. Let's hear about it.
I mean, there wasn't really too much to say. I told, Raquel to throw it up. And, I mean, he just pretty much, threw it up to me, and I just went and caught it, and everybody knew. I mean, everybody knew for a fact, when they seen me split out that far, that I was going to go deep. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, we came through with the victory and, caught it through for Ohio.
All right.
Tell him, I want to know if he wants to be called Mo, Maurice, or Maurice.
Is it Maurice or Maurice?
Oh, don't start. It's slow. Don't start. I love him. I'm not even going to say no more. I love him.
All right. They're having fun with you. All right. Thanks so much, Maurice. Don, take it away.
Maurice Bogart. Boy, you want to talk about an electrifying player, a highlight film kind of guy. But we called that the play, the game-winning touchdown at the OVAC All-Star game.
They were backed up deep into their own territory after receiving a kickoff, and Maurice was split as a wide receiver to the right. West Virginia got into man coverage, and as soon as they saw that, Mo just took off down the sideline, took the ball over his shoulder, and took it all the way for a score about 87 yards.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's about 87. And
that was the winning touchdown.
Yes, it was. Final under a minute to play the game. Final, maybe less than that. Final seconds of the game. But He had enough big plays in his high school career that he deserves 3 names.
Absolutely.
Maurice or Mo Reese. There's Coshocton. Carry off the top side. Nolan. Good hard run to the 48-yard line. I asked Reno yesterday after practice. I said, when you watch the film of Coshocton, it jumps out at you. It's the heart and soul of their team, and without a doubt, that's who he mentioned with Seth Nolan. He says, I don't even know the kid. But watch the game films. Here's a kid that plays quarterback and defensive end, and he is just a tough football player.
I tell you, certainly is. He's played a good game for Coshocton tonight. Has handled the ball very, very well.
That's an odd combination. Don't see that very often. Big carry by Marcus Johnston, and Johnston down inside the 18-yard line. In your years of coaching, did you ever have a quarterback defensive end?
No, but I had a quarterback middle nose man one time.
Quarterback nose guard.
Yeah. I tell you, there's a lot of backups in there for Big Red right now. Most of the starters are out of the game here in the third quarter with well over 7 minutes still left to go. So Coach Suckoch giving some of his backups an opportunity to get some experience, get some snaps, and see how they perform against this Coshocton starting 11.
Nolan, quick hitter over the top side. He's got an open man, A.J. Hessen. And Big Red strings that out nicely. Joshua Thompson.
Josh Thompson. Defensive back, 5'7", 145 pounds. Played it very, very well. Held it to a gain of about 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Gain for 2nd and 6.
Second and 5 now on the 14. Handoff. And running it up the middle.
It's number 22, McCluskey. I would imagine he'll probably be the leading rusher for Coshocton because he's gained some nice yardage on that little power sweep off tackle going to Coshocton's right most of the evening. That's been probably their best play.
Third and a yard. Hand off to the fullback, Chrisman. He gets down inside the 3.
And they'll give him a first down also, so they'll have 1st and goal at about the 3-yard line.
Is it fair to say that probably one of the biggest plays in this game was that Bronco Music play? I mean, at that point, it's 7-7.
Yeah, that was a big momentum swinger because it was 7-7. He came in, caused a fumble. Big Red recovered, had a short field to cover, scored right away. And sort of took the momentum away from Coshocton and gave it right back to Big Red's offense.
Marcus Johnston in for the touchdown for Coshocton. But that's the thing. It was a 7-7 game. Coshocton had 2nd and 1. They'd been moving the football, and UC forces the fumble, gave them the short field. They scored, and from then it's just been an avalanche.
Yeah, and then on the next series, as you recall, I'm pretty sure that was on the next series, Don. Coshocton decided to go for it on 4th down, near midfield, didn't make it, and Big Red had the short field to score again.
The extra point is up and it's good. 55-21 your score on the Vaporjet scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. And we're back. There's a young Big Red fan. That is Quinn McCoy. They're in the Big Red hat. And I'm telling you, here comes the return. Caleb Westlake. Some nice Big Red. You see the Big Red hat. Now Stephanie Elverd from the Steubenville Herald Stars up here, and she's got a black hat with the red S. That's a sharp hat. So get your Big Red hats. Like that red one, like the black one. There's some nice sharp hats out there.
Yes, there are. But the sharpest hats are the ones that those guys are wearing right there.
Yep. Jordan Meyer now at quarterback. Westlake goes in motion top side. There's the handoff. And JoJo Piro, the freshman, on the carry. See the red helmets without the S's. Those would be from the freshmen.
Okay, so you probably know these guys better than I do, Don.
There goes JoJo Piro to the outside. Ooh, he gets brought down hard at the 37.
No flag. I thought it might have been a face mask right there, but there's no flag on her.
Nick Shaw stopped. Piro went for a loss. Jordan Meyer keeping the red.
David Anderson checking out, number 42 checking back in. That's Blake Carroll, sophomore tight end.
3rd and 6. Piro, good hard run. He gets the first down to the 46.
Got the first down. Nice hard run that time by Piro over the right side. Some good blocking on the right side of that offensive line as well, getting the Coshocton defense off the ball. Zach Howrath checking out of the ball game.
There's Joe's dad. Piro on the handoff. Of course, Joe's dad, Anthony Piro, the defensive coordinator for Big Red.
Alvin Taylor gets better than 4.
Okay, that was number 36. Piro came out for a little bit of rest. That's Alvin Taylor at the tailback position.
Remember him from the Indian Creek game when he ripped off some big running plays in the opening game.
Number 85, Dominic Duray is in there at the tight end position. And number 13 set out here wide is Caleb Westlake.
Westlake, your motion man. Hand off, first man through.
Big Red just using the clock as much as they possibly can, trying to run the clock down. Number 15 checks into the Big Red offense. That's David Anderson. Caleb Meyer at the quarterback position for Big Red.
3rd and 4. Meyer. He's got the first down. And he's going to get rode out of bounds hard at the 44-yard line.
Nice fake that time by Jordan Meyer. It's a keep off the blast play, but Coshocton had a pretty well defended out here. So he reverses his field. There you can see right here, reverses his field. Finds an open area. Good job of blocking by the left side of that offensive line of Big Red. Then a good hard tackle over there. Was that Seth Nolan on attack, number 10? I don't think he's in there, I hope.
1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff. Piro. The first down should be close enough. It's going to be a yard short.
I think what you probably see from Big Red for the rest of this game, Don, is blast play over the right side, blast play over the left side, fullback up the middle, then maybe a fake of the blast player, the fullback up the middle, quarterback keep.
Freshman now in at fullback and tailback.
Have a lot of freshmen checking into that lineup now, and we don't have their names or their numbers in the program, so you know, we apologize to the parents of those freshman kids that are in there right now. You know who your son is, so you can cheer for him from home.
Big Red with a carry down to the 18.
Good blocking by number 72, that's Jovan Paludi. And also number 54, Jake Lynn. Getting a lot of movement. Also number 85, Dominic Gray, doing a good job of getting a block. And Delshawn Woods also, number 58. Big number 75 in there also, Trey Terry. 6'2", 265 pounds. This pretty much has become a junior varsity game now. There's not too many starters from either side in there now. And we're going to be coming to the end of the third quarter here in less than a minute. Probably have to get in one more play.
So 3rd and 2. Rocky McClurg is the tailback now. They throw it top side, catch is made. Angelo Iacchini gets the first down, and personal foul. He gets thrown hard into the fence.
And that's going to cost Coshocton. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Well, it would be a 15-yard penalty, but it's going to be a half the distance penalty to the goal line. It'll be a roughness penalty. Personal foul.
Personal foul on the defense. Half the distance, penalized from the end of the run.
So 1st and goal to go. Rocky McClurg to the 5.
And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter, Don. And the score at the end of the third quarter is Steubenville Big Red 55, Coshocton 21.
Start the fourth quarter with Big Red leading 55-21. Power I for Big Red. Hand off, Joe Piro.
He's close, but I don't think he's got it.
That'll bring up 4th and goal at the 1.
See if they go for the field goal. .24 checking into the game. It's Jordan Mcintyre. Number 30 also checks in. That's Zach Howrath. Has been in there for a while. And they're going to have to hurry.
4th and goal at the 1. McIntyre.
No signal yet.
Does not get in.
They're going to call timeout to get him unscrambled, but I don't think he got in. Good goal line stand by Coshocton. Coshocton's going to take over 1st down at about their own 1-yard line. So excellent defense by the young Coshocton defense.
I don't know how young they were, because I think their starters are still out there.
They had some
Nolan.
backups in there. They had some backups in there. Number 75 was in there, Kevin Murray, and a lot of other kids. So they didn't have a lot of those starters in there. 54 was in there, Michael Fenton. 26, J.J. McKay.
Coshocton takes over 1st and 10 on their own 1. They run off the top side.
Good run that time by, we'll see who that is. It was number 26, the ball carrier, J.J. McKay, I think. Or if it was number 18, it was Kyle Nelson. Number 66 for Big Red, as you can see right there. We don't have a number for him, so he's probably one of those freshmen, so we don't know who it is.
1st down play, and they'll run it up the middle.
It's number 34, Blake Babcock, 5'10", 185-pound senior. Getting a chance to run the football against Big Red's young defense in there right now. Number 70 for Big Red checking into the game, that's Michael Boney.
Second and 6.
Nice job that time by number 70, Michael Boney, that just checked in there, defensive tackle, played off his block very, very well, got to the ball carrier, held it to a very, very short gain of maybe a half a yard. Still going to be 3rd and 5. Number 58, Delshawn Woods checking into the game. I think that's 58.
So 3rd and 5, Logan Huebner, your quarterback. And they'll run it off the top side. J.J. McKay.
McKay picks up 1st down here. Knocking the third defensive.
I'll tell you how you can be misled by programs from time to time, Don. We have Delshawn Woods for Big Red, number 58, listed at 5'8", 230 pounds. Now, Delshawn Woods weighs 130 pounds. He's lucky.
Ball on the ground, and Big Red's
got it.
Making the recovery, Dominic Gary. We'll take a break, 8:09 to go, 55-21 Big Red. And we're back at Harding Stadium, 55-31 Big Red. Marcus Prather down at quarterback, and on the carry, we have number 36 for Big Red, and that is Elvin Taylor.
You know, even though these are backups primarily getting some playing time against Coshocton right now, Don, with the score 55-21. You know, nothing changes. You know, they run their plays just like the older guys do. Maybe they're not as big or fast or strong, but it's basically the same thing. Very quick, you know, very precise. Nothing fancy, very basic, good fundamentals. Now there's a lot of freshmen that have just come in there. Number 87 checking in, that's Derek Edwards.
Well, let's see. I only see, 3 helmets with S's on them. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, but the ones without the S's are freshmen. I think Prather's even a freshman now. Handoff, first man through. And that would be LaShawn Luke, a freshman, number 33.
We're approaching the 6.5-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
It's 1, brings it 4th down and 2.
Gain of yard brings up 4th and 2.
And I tell you what a great thing it is for these freshmen to get into a playoff game like this. It's got to mean a lot to them.
Pirro, first down to the 15.
It's a nice run that time by Piro. He was able to pick his way, saw a little crack, made a move to the right, got it upfield for the first down. Nice run. Always keeping his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage and also running to the goal line.
Roderick Purdue checks in. Piro dots the I. And that is Piro, and he gets down inside the 10.
Piro slides his way outside the 10.
Makes 2nd and 5 at the 10.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Big Red moves on to play the winner of Youngstown Cardinal Mooney and Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Last check early on, that game was 6-0 Mooney. LaShawn Luke, another freshman, down to the 3.
Nice quick move that time by LaShawn Luke, just over the left side, a little dive play to the fullback, was able to find a seam. Move the ball upfield inside the 5-yard line. Will be 1st and goal from about the 4.
1st and goal for the Reds. Bresciani and Newberg defensively for Coshocton.
First and goal to go at the 3. Rocky McClurg is in the backfield. They give it to the fullback, LaShawn Luke. And he's down near the goal line.
Stand inside the 2. Be 2nd and goal. At about the 1.5.
Down to the 1, 2nd and goal.
Jake Lynn checking in there now. A big offensive lineman, 6 foot, 240 pounds. Also a number 24 checking into the lineup. It's Jordan Mcintyre. And the tailback, number 33, we don't have his number.
And that is McIntyre.
No signal yet. Nope.
Did not get in.
The ball did not cross the plane. His head did, but the ball didn't.
Down short of the goal line. Stop.
Number 63, that's Tyler McGee, and they're also as a offensive lineman. Here's a look at it right at the goal line. Nope.
3rd and goal on the 1, and this time he's in. Jordan McIntyre in for the Big Red touchdown.
All that was done on the ground after a fumble by Coshocton. Here it is from ground level. And no doubt about it, this time he's well into the end zone. And a touchdown.
And they will line up and kneel on it. 61-21, Big Red, 3.5. And we are back, 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 61-21 Big Red. Your score on the VaporJet scoreboard. Brendan Stover with the kick. Coshocton on the return, and the tackle is made by Alvin Taylor.
Alvin Taylor down there in a hurry, makes a good open field tackle, pulls the ball carrier down at about the 32-yard line of Coshocton. You know, one thing I just noticed. Dwight Macon wears number 17. Who wears number 17 for Penn State?
Darrell Clark.
And boy, I tell you, don't they look alike?
Yes. Logan Huebner. And Huebner still going out to the 40-yard line.
Had a little fake that time at number 13. That's Logan Huebner, junior quarterback, 6 foot, 170. Will probably be the heir apparent to the quarterback position at Coshocton, taking over for Seth Nolan, who has had just a fabulous year for Coshocton and played very, very well here tonight, not only as a quarterback for the offensive Coshocton team, but played defensive end as well.
Second down. And off, second man.
It's a big fullback that time coming up there. That's number 39. That's Jacob Bresciani. Good strong run that time by Bresciani. He's 5'10", 175, only a freshman. Nice size.
First down, Coshocton at midfield. And off, J.J. McKay. McKay's got the first down and more down the far sideline.
Oh, made a nice move.
And McKay's going to go 50 yards for the touchdown.
I tell you, it looked like he was going to be brought down, but he refused to be brought down. J.J. McKay, 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, takes it the distance for a touchdown. Nice job here. You can see 71 and 7 out there blocking. Gets a block downfield by his wide receiver, Jordan Taman. And wow, what a nice block right there.
That's Clay Andrews.
Yes, great job. And takes it in for the score.
And they go for two, and Logan Huebner's in there. 61-29. Your score, we'll be back. And back at Harding Stadium, Vapor Jet scoreboard, Big Red 21, Coshocton. Big Red 61, Coshocton 29.
Well, I tell you, that's a lot of points to score in a game. 90 points, total points scored in this game. And, we still have 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. The way this game is going, we could have a couple more touchdowns scored. Looking at Big Red over the course of this game, Dawn, I think they scored on every possession that they had. They never had to punt the ball. They didn't turn it over. And outside of, a couple of penalties for unsportsmanlike conduct or something like that, they didn't have any penalties for illegal procedure or false starts or anything of that nature. So, if they can continue to play, pretty good error-free football like that throughout the course of the next couple of weeks, it won't be a surprise to see them, in the semifinals and then very, very possibly the finals. This is really a well-coached team, very fundamentally sound. They're just strong in all areas. Strong defensively, offensive line, passing game, running game, defense, special teams. Just a very, very good football team. And the nice thing is they've been able to stay healthy over the course of the year, too.
Try there, a little swing pass to the bottom. And, the knee was down. They completed it to Anthony Vency.
He had his knee down, and I don't know if number 39, Jacob Bresciani, heard the whistle or not, but came over and put a pretty good hit on him. But got up, walked back to the huddle. It's going to be second and about 12. It's almost a complete freshman team in there now, with the exception of maybe 3 helmets.
Piro to the 35. Boy, he's got to have, 10 or 12 carries by now.
I would believe that. Anthony Piro is his dad, I would assume. And when Anthony was a senior, played tailback for Steubenville Catholic Central. We were playing a team, I can't remember who it was, and he had 30-some carries in a game. and was just ripping off 4, 5, 6 yards at a time. We figured, well, no use running anything else if we're going to be that successful with it. And he did a great job that night.
Play of game against Big Red will back him up.
Dead ball, false start,
False
offense,
start.
5 yards from the previous spot, 3rd down.
Well, there's under 2 minutes left to go in the game, and 61-29 in favor of Big Red. And I think Big Red will probably have to run maybe 2 more plays.
Prather keeps it, puts in a little spin move.
Main thing is he stayed in bounds, and that's what Coach Suckotch wanted. He didn't want him to run out of bounds, so that would stop the clock. So clock continues to run. It's under 45 seconds now. And it's got 25 seconds from the time the referee gives the ready to play signal, and he hasn't done it yet. 25 seconds from now, and there's 28 seconds on the clock. This will be the last play.
Piro on the carry.
Well, the clock stops with 18.1 seconds left to go, and Coshocton will take over.
And we'll take our final break and be back after this. Back at Harding Stadium. Timeout on the field. As we get set to have the final play of the ball game, Big Red moving on in Ohio Division 4 Region 13 playoff action. And Coshocton on the handoff, trying to get to the outside. They'll gain a couple. And that'll do it. Steubenville Big Red advances in the Ohio Division 4 playoffs. They move to the regional semifinals next week. $61-29 your final, and we check in with Jackie Kane on the sideline with the victorious head coach Reno Suckotch.
Coach, an overwhelming win tonight that's securing your next spot in the playoffs. How do you feel about how your team played tonight?
I never thought this was going to happen like this tonight. I mean, just we just played well. We played very well. A little bit shaky in the beginning of the game, but I felt that after the beginning of the game, I felt that we did our assignments. We did them hard, fast, and we played smart. And I just like to congratulate Coshocton on a great football season, but I'd like to congratulate our players and our coaches and our fans for just a great game, and hopefully we're ready to go Monday.
All right, thanks so much, and congratulations to you. Have a good night. Back to you guys.
And thanks a lot, Jackie, and that'll wrap up our Game of the Week broadcast. Big Red, a winner 61-29 over Coshocton, and next up, the regional semifinals next week for Big Red. For the coach, Rich Walensky, I'm Don Sloan saying good night, everybody. Thanks for watching the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week.